So where are we, you may ask? Well, we are in Wyoming. We just left the rest area right down there, half a mile away, and the RV's pulley and the RV's belt broke. So we are stuck on the side of the road in Wyoming. Scott's on the phone with the parts house. And as you can see, it's not a very well-traveled road. Alright, so Scott just got back from Torrington, Wyoming, which is where they had the belts for the RV. He needed a serpentine belt and some other belt. Anyway, it's a good thing we had the towable vehicle, right?
Right.
Because he had to drive an hour. There was only one auto parts store at this, wherever we are, town. It's only like 3 miles from where we broke down, but the next town is an hour away, so he had to go an hour that way and an hour back.
All right, the best thing you could do, you're going to have breakdowns on the road. Okay? Best thing you could do is just be as prepared as possible. Keep a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Because you can never do anything right when you're aggravated and upset. Things will happen. The way I look at it is we've been lucky over the years. We've had maybe a flat tire or an AC go out, but for the most part, over 20 years of RVing, probably longer than that.
Yeah.
Probably longer than that. Really haven't had too many problems. So all I can tell you is try to be prepared. For us, always have a tow car, because we would definitely be, I think there's no reception out here, right? Hardly.
No, there's a little bit.
It's very spotty, but we've been in areas where we had no reception, no internet, so just prepare yourself for as much as possible. And you know, here's the kicker, I'm going to just fill you guys in on something. You're going to like it. This particular situation, I wanted to do before I even made the trip.
That's true.
But I got so busy, I didn't have time, and I probably wouldn't be on the side of the road right now. But that's the past. We're looking towards the future
and getting this thing done.
And we're gonna get this sucker repaired.
Let's go look. On the road. There's the old belt. He's throwing out pieces. He said it's wrapped around the fan and everything in there. All right, tools are cleaned up.
Needs more water.
Needs more water?
Nope.
Put antifreeze in it already? That was pretty quick.
All right.
What the heck? What a joke. Why'd that keep turning on?
I said in the beginning, keep your cool. You know what? Even though the belts have diagrams, they're a pain in the butt on these bigger engines, V10s.
Because you can't do it.
Wrap around this, wrap around that, wrap around this. And when you're an hour away, you want to double check the part. Because there's been times I come home and I had too short of belt. And I'm thankful that this was double, quadruple check. I did get a belt tensioner, but the way that tensioner felt, it felt pretty damn good to me. So we just threw the belt on it for now. All my lights are off, the coolant's full.
I got to go underneath the RV.
Yep, Jolly helped me, which was good. And what did that take us? Just to give them an idea.
Probably less than an hour?
Yeah. Plus the hour to drive.
Oh yeah, 2 hours to drive, because you had to go there and then you had to come back.
So we're 3 hours behind schedule, basically.
But we're on the road.
But it wasn't something major. Look at it that way. It's something fixable from the road. Instead of being towed and ruining everything along the way, you have to be thankful. And you have to smile.
That's right, because that belt wasn't free, but smiles are.
The belt or the tensioner wasn't free. Small towns are more money.
Let's get on the road.
Let's get on the road. I'm ready.
Back on the roads of Wyoming, headed to Colorado.
Bye-bye, Wyoming.
Bye-bye, Wyoming.
So far, so good.
So this is the road that we broke down on, and as you can see, there is nothing around. So we are very, very thankful that we broke down near a town, not the town that we needed for the belt, but near a town where he could at least drive to, right? An hour.
Yeah.
If we broke down over here, it'd be at least 2 or 3 hours one way.
And always pack a mechanic.
Hold on.
You got it?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Always pack a mechanic with you.
And always pack a mechanic's helper.
Yeah, I really need the help too.
That's a 2-person job, that belt.
It is. Once it falls down, you gotta hold it up at the same time. That can be very aggravated by yourself.
Good thing you got a good helper.
Yeah. Mechanic Jolly on board.
I do have overalls.
Yes, you do.
Not on, but I do have them.
You do have them.
Today we wanted to show you around Boulder Fairgrounds Campground. So it's owned by the Fairgrounds. I guess it's the city of Boulder, Colorado. I did a lot of research and we couldn't get into Rocky Mountains National Park until 12 o'clock because you need a park reservation. Even if you're camping inside Rocky Mountains National Park, you are allowed to get there between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, which is the official campground opening. So I wanted to stay somewhere close enough where we could be there, unless you have a park permit that you could go in anytime. I think they have like certain time frames. Or if you get into the national park before 6 a.m. I believe it is. We weren't sure if we were gonna be able to make it. So I figured I'd find a campground that's close enough to the Rocky Mountains National Park, but not so close that I'm paying $85 for a night or more. Because there were some campgrounds that were closer to the entrance, only like five miles maybe, and they were like $85 to over $100 a night. I don't see paying that when we're going to be there just for the night to sleep in order to be in close proximity to the entrance of Rocky Mountains. So I found this place. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from Rocky Mountains National Park entrance. So I figure, and it's 25 bucks. It could be cheaper if you don't want to use any of the electric or water. So if you don't use electric or water, it is cheaper, but for $25 I figure we could dump and fill water and be ready for the Rocky Mountains National Park, which is only, like I said, an hour and 15 minutes away. One thing I want to mention, they do have a campground host and his phone number is on the board. I'm not going to show it because I think it's his personal phone number, but they do have a phone number up there. Also, if you are deciding to come here, you off of Nelson Road, turn at the Humane Society. It's a big building. It'll be, we passed it the first time, but if you go in through the Humane Society, turn in, you'll see the campground because you'll see all the RVs. Now this is a no-frills campground, as I'm going to show you. It does have bathrooms, does have showers, has a dump station, and it has water and electric if you choose. They also have sites that have just electric, but when you use a kiosk, which I will show you also, you can choose the services that you want at the sites. I will include the address to this place and the name of this campground if you decide that you want to stay here for 25 bucks. And it won't be a very long video, but we wanted to show you because I think it's a good option if you just want to come. There are some people I spoke to that are staying here 2 weeks, but we're just staying here. Like I said, we're checking out today. Right now we're dumping so we can head over to Rocky Mountains National Park. All right, so we are here at the campground at the Boulder County Fairgrounds, and we got here late because we had the breakdown today, but I wanted to show you real quick the kiosk, how to check in. No reservations are allowed here. You got to just check in when you get here. Good thing to remember here is cash only, no credit cards and no change. So what you do is you hit this, continue, select the number, then you put the site number, and then it asks you if you want water and electric, or nothing. I can't do it because I don't want to mess it up. And then you just put your money in here and the receipt comes down here. Then what it does is this was a lot longer. I ripped off. I had to put my name and our license plate number. You can see the site number. We chose water and electric. The time we checked in, 25 bucks. And then we have to check out by 10 tomorrow. Then you put the bottom half of the receipt in here. For assistant, contact staff at the main office. I'm gonna walk over to our site, but hopefully tomorrow we could take a quick look around. Doesn't look like there's anybody in these backups, but these look like they only have electric. From what I read when I was researching, all these pull-throughs have water and electric. And so the bathroom facilities are locked. You have to have a code. He says he changes it quite frequently, which is a good thing, but it looks like, let's just see here. So very nice, solid door. Clean. So they got the shower curtain, a little thing here, a little bench with the garbage, 2 hooks. And it looks like they have 5 showers. This is the office door. And 1 handicap accessible shower. Very nice and roomy. And it has a little seat there. And let's go look at the restrooms, which are right across. That's men's. Oh, before I do that. So they do have a sink in here as well. A little water fountain. Like I said, you do need a code to get in here, and he does change it often. All right, and it looks like they have 3 restroom stalls, 1 handicap accessible stall, air dryer, looks very clean. And they also have, this is air conditioned in here. They do also have a bench in here. No smoking, of course. And they have a map of the area. Let's go check out the rest of this campground. Here's the entrance. They have a big bin for trash. Right over there is the dump station. Here are some of the sites. They have a recycle. Beautiful flowers. Now you couldn't see them very well yesterday, but they do have a lot of pull-throughs. Like I said earlier, you cannot reserve these. It's just first come, first serve. There's some backups. Like I said, I think looks like the backups are only electric, but as you can see, there are a lot of spots here. I also want to mention that they have these cones available up there at the desk. If you could see right up there at the corner of the where you check in, right there in the corner where you check in at the campground office, They have those cones, and you can just use them if you need it to leave your site for the day. So if you're leaving your site for the day and you need to hold your spot so nobody parks in it, those are available to you as well. This is the prettiest dump station I've ever seen. I've never seen such pretty flowers around a dump station. I also want to mention that the $10 dump fee is not applicable if you are staying at the campground. You don't have to pay the extra $10. It's only for people that want to come here and dump their tanks. So no extra $10 for the dump fee, in case you're wondering. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and we'll see you next time on the road. Bye.